My Girlfriend's Special Place is the first of multiple Fang visual novels Sakai Project got the rights to bring west. This title is part of a trilogy called Seiki in Japan, which they translate as Special Place. The idea of each game is to present a single route rather than a single game with multiple choices. Before we get into the video, we'd like to thank our Patreon supporters for making this possible. Please take a second to check out patreon.com/noisypixel to support independent game journalism.
言いたいことはそれだけ？他に私に対して何かないの？ないなら続きは警察署で。
For My Girlfriend's Special Place, our heroine is Fuyuka Akiyoshi, whose voice actress is Sora Haruka. The protagonist, Yuhai, meets her on a train, but the circumstances aren't the best. Because of a distraction, he falters and grabs Fuyuka's butt, which makes her call him a molester. It wasn't intentional, but it'd be hard to prove. As such, Yuhai decides to obey Fuyuka's whims as she asks him to be her butler. This situation gives birth to a complicated, messy relationship between the two, but there's another factor. You see, they're childhood friends. When they were kids, they both played together, and Yuhai even has a photo that they took at an arcade in Akihabara. As we learn more about how they felt in the past and their current feelings, we see how their insecurities and miscommunications build up unnecessary walls between the two. The game also introduces the characters who will be the main focus of the upcoming volumes. All of them are cute and enjoyable, though a little generic. From the youngest sister who loves Yuhai a little too much to the older sister who's a respectable teacher at school and a slacker at home. The most unique of the group is his classmate, Micah, an Akiba nerd playing around with her personality traits and occasionally saying Russian words. When it comes to Fuyuka, the game tries to sell her unique traits revolving around the idea of appearances. As someone used to haughtiness, she can't allow herself to look frail. Her pride makes her a conflicted character, giving the protagonist mixed signs about her true feelings and not being honest about her true desires most of the time. As the game alternates between Yuhai and Fuyuka's perspective, we see how unnecessarily complicated their relationship gets. It's the kind of couple everyone around them would be able to see how they feel for each other by spending some time with them, but they'd still try to hide it and feel awkward about it. Unfortunately, My Girlfriend's Special Place is strictly the usual fare for romance visual novels. It sticks too close to predictable tropes and never deviates from the basics. As a result, players already used to this kind of story are likely to feel unenthusiastic unless they love any stories about childhood friends who grew apart and Oji-sama's trying to keep up appearances. I'd personally suggest avoiding the all ages edition if you can. Not only are the sex scenes essential to the overall experience as expected, but the cuts are too abrupt. As a result, the unpatched Steam version feels completely broken at times. Visually, the character designs by Ryoka are appealing, with a simple outline that makes the girls look cute and refreshing. Fuyuka has multiple attires, including a waitress costume, school uniform, and winter clothes. All the CGs include Fuyuka or include her in some way. Also, one of the supporting characters, a girl that goes by the name of a Clerk-chan, doesn't even have a sprite, though she shows up from time to time to give Yuhai advice. My Girlfriend's Special Place is a rather run-of-the-mill predictable romance story. Even so, it's a short story that's worth the read if you want a light experience. Considering the format, I imagine the upcoming volumes provide a similar comfy experience, with this one just being a little too par for the course. Noisy Pixel is giving My Girlfriend's Special Place a 6 out of 10. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers providing independent gaming coverage through news, reviews, previews, and more. Check out Patreon to help support our continued growth and subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.